It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East, which today brings us to Studio E in Eastern North Carolina CW behind the Purple Door. We talk about it a lot. The Purple Door is the entryway to Studio E. And speaking of Studio E, we have a new addition to Studio E. We have this beautiful 50-inch monitor with a nice pedestal that can move around the studio. You know what? We have more than one of these, so stay tuned for those coming soon. Hey, I want to talk to you about something. We have a lot of fun on the show. We do a lot of cool stuff. We get out of the studio, we go places, we do all kinds of stuff. But you know how you can really take part in that? Our social media. Yes, we're on Facebook and Instagram. Use the hashtag EastDailyDownload. It's all right there on your screen. And one of the great things is you can watch some stories. You can see photos from us being on location. Like right now, I've got a story up that Anissa did. It's kind of cool. Check it out. Also, there's some stuff, interviews that I've done. There's photos just on location. Remember when we went to Stumpy's Hatchet House? We had a good time. There's a picture of that there. There is, the Greenville Chamber. Anyway, there's lots of cool stuff on this, so check that out. And then you feel free to interact with us. Send us pictures, videos, send Q&A questions for Angie Casada's Q&A section. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff you can take part of. Okay, I'm going to put this down right there and refocus. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff to come today, and right now, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of hungry. It's time for Down Eats. So let's go eat.
You might be surprised that where I'm sitting is part of a 10,000 square foot food pantry run by 15-year-old Kenzie Hinson.
No dream is ever too big. Just make a difference in the world one meal at a time is what we say.
When Kenzie Hinson was 10, she had a vision. She wanted to create a food pantry like none other. 5 years later, dream became reality in Mount Olive.
So they'll come and they'll get like a little shopping cart you get at Walmart or Food Line, and they'll shop through all the rooms. And while the parents are shopping, the kids will go in the kids' room and they'll get a little wristband, and the parents will get the matching wristband so we know which child belongs to who, for safety reasons.
Each room has a different theme. It functions as a grocery store for those without money for basic necessities. Now Kenzie's Food Pantry is open the second, third, and fourth Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. People in need register from noon to 2. They also get access to Kenzie's clothes closet.
And this is all made possible with donations and fundraising. If you go to WNCT.com, we have more information posted on how you can volunteer or donate to Make a Difference Food Pantry. In Mount Olive, Ariana Kraft, 9 on your side.
Watch 9 on your side news anywhere, anytime with Live Stream 9. Now downloading Tech Beat Tuesday.
I'm here inside a facility that few people will ever get to see. This is a high-speed wind tunnel at NASA Ames in Mountain View, and it's facilities like this that will help get a man and woman back to the moon again in about 4 years.
It's actually more like 3 years, 10 months, and 3 weeks to finalize the design and build the Space Launch System, or SLS, and have astronauts walking on the moon by President Trump's deadline of 2024.
Getting to the moon by 2024, do you think that'll happen?
We are hopeful.
Eye-catching parts are the fluctuations that are happening here where the booster's attached to the core stage.
About the technology, NASA Ames's wind tunnels have helped develop every single spacecraft the country has ever launched. With the SLS, they are using a pressure-sensitive paint. Yes, paint that helps them detect harmful vibrations as the rocket flies through the air. High-speed cameras shooting 10,000 frames per second generate mountains of raw data, 150 terabytes in 5 days. NASA scientists figured out a way to send all that data to their supercomputers in real time, instead of walking it down the halls on hard drives like they used to.
Probably a timeline speed up of like 3 to 6 months to weeks that we were able to process everything.
NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine announced today that President Trump is asking Congress to increase the agency's budget by 12% to $25 billion, the largest increase in decades.
And now we must deliver. It is up to us to deliver.
NASA Ames will get about $750 million of that budget. They say it'll keep them on track to meet that looming 2024 deadline.
It's a long-term effort to get us there, but yes, this keeps us on track for 2024.
Well, I'd say NASA's up to the challenge. We just appreciate the continued support of the country.
And fingers crossed?
Fingers crossed, yes. It's a very difficult challenge.
In Mountain View, Kit Doe, KPIX5.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Currently on my phone, I have up, well, the East Daily Download. It's on the WNCT mobile app, which is available for free. Free, the best price there is, free. So go to Google Play or the App Store, search WNCT, find the WNCT mobile app. You can also get the WNCT First Alert Weather app as well, that'd be fine as well. But you can watch this show on the WNCT mobile app. So there's a link on there, you can go and click on it and you can watch just like I've got a show up right now. So I like to watch the East Daily Download while hosting the East Daily Download. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on pause. We'll get back to that in a little bit. So yeah, go get the mobile app. You can watch the show on the go anywhere you are in Eastern North Carolina or anywhere. So you're on vacation in LA and you think to yourself, I am really missing home. Well, you can watch these Daily Download. Boom, problem solved. Okay, speaking of problem solved, we have another big story coming up right now. I don't know if it's gonna solve any of your problems, but it should be entertaining, so check this out.
Our national parks are home to some of the most iconic views in the world.
When you look across here, you're seeing the South Fork of the Merced River. You're seeing the varying coniferous trees that we have here and deciduous trees.
National Park Ranger Shelton Johnson teaches visitors about Yosemite. Among the reenactments and talks he presents is the story of a group of African American troops called the Buffalo Soldiers. Their name given by Native American fighters who hearken their hair to the crown of a buffalo.
If you could bring those soldiers back and put them right here again, it wouldn't look that much different than what they experienced themselves.
In 1866, the Army sent the group, which included Civil War veterans and other soldiers, to the wilderness we know as Wawona. The group was comprised of the 9th and 10th Cavalry and the 24th and 25th Infantry.
So roads had to be built, hotels were built, lodging of various sorts were built, and they were all built for the convenience of visitors.
For the next several summers, a few hundred soldiers would camp in a tent city at the headquarters located in the A Loop of the Wawona campground.
Essentially, they were serving as some of the first park rangers anywhere in the world.
National parks were a new idea. Poaching and timber thieves were new to families accustomed to exploration and life in the Wild West.
So basically, they were providing a presence of discipline, a presence of authority, so that people knew that the park was under the command of these forces.
The national parks and park rangers would not be established until years later in 1916. The Buffalo Soldiers also left their mark in the area of conservation.
And on those slopes behind me, the Buffalo Soldiers actually built in 1904 an arboretum.
It is believed to be the first museum in the national park system. Although some contributions are gone, Ranger Johnson says that other connections are still very present.
The hat that I'm wearing on my head right now derives from the cavalry hats that were worn by U.S. Army troops both in Yosemite, Sequoia, and Yellowstone.
That history of the African American contribution to the national parks is what Johnson is working to keep alive and inspire others.
We didn't just come along after this was set up. We were part of the setting up. We were part of the building of this idea.
Watch your local WNCT 9 in your side news on our live stream on WNCT.com or on our mobile app.
My name is Jackie Listecki. I am the Membership Director at the Greenville-Pitt County Chamber of Commerce. What that entails is talking to businesses in the community about joining the Chamber, about being part of the community, supporting economic development initiatives in the area, and talking about what they're looking to get out of the Chamber, whether it's business success, whether it's connecting, networking, so working to connecting with the community all together and all of our businesses here. We have 6 different levels of membership. It starts out with the partner level membership, which is more geared towards small business, which is majority of our community here, and the Chairman's Cabinet, which is a strong community supporter. We have Chamber Connections, which is a networking group. They meet every 8 weeks and it's a way to connect our members together to learn more about their business. And then after that, I do a training class every 8 weeks, which teaches you exactly how to maximize all the benefits that you currently get. The Chamber offers Chamber trips, which is economical, international, and local trips that it's available to the general public and beyond. So you don't have to be live in Pitt County to participate in one of these trips. So if you're looking for a more educational piece of a trip when you're on vacation, it provides educational. If you're looking just to have fun and just to explore a different country or a different state, it provides you both. I have been on multiple trips. Typically, I go on the trips that has the most passengers signed up on, and what I do is I evaluate the trip in addition to help support the many people that we actually have going on a trip. So just making sure that I was able to answer any questions, making sure they got everything they wanted out of that trip.
The East Daily Download is all about local businesses. If you're interested in having your local business showcased, contact Joel Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Your friends are here, and we are happy to bring you the show today. And you know what? I was just thinking to myself, I want to watch this show, but I don't want to watch it on the app because maybe I don't have my phone with me, but I want to watch the show and the TV's not there or miss the show time. You know what? WNCT.com is my other option. Go to WNCT.com. On top of great local news and weather, they also have this show. There's a download tab that you can click on. It drops down and you can watch any of this episodes of this show from the very beginning in August of 2019 until today. They're all there. And you know what? You can probably watch tomorrow's episode too. Mind blown. Okay, so do that, WNCT.com, under the download tab, watch the show. And since you are watching the show right now, why don't you stick with me and watch this next story?
Well, it may be a wrap on the Oscars and award season, but social media is still buzzing about the moments from Hollywood's biggest night and one of the biggest winners, Brad Pitt.
And the Oscar goes to Brad Pitt.
After earning his first Oscar for acting, Brad's heartfelt speech about his 30-plus year career had the internet buzzing.
To all the wonderful people I've met along the way, to stand here now. Once upon a time in Hollywood, ain't that the truth?
Facebook's most trending moment goes to Eminem's surprise performance. It shocked the audience too, except for Martin Scorsese, who looked like he was caught sleeping.
Nobody more than us understands the importance of good visual effects.
Social media loved James Corden and Rebel Wilson's swipe at their box office bomb Cats and Bong Joon-ho's big plans after winning Best Director.
Thank you. I will drink until next morning. Thank you.
But Bong's best viral moment was after his history-making Best Picture win. The show tried to shorten his producer's speeches and cut the stage lights until the audience cheered to get them back on.
It's a history, but I never intended it. We just made a movie, as always, so it just happened.
Of course, we'll have so much more in the next Entertainment Tonight. I'm Kevin Frazier. Back to you.
It's ingrained in me.
Of course I know what the themes are.
Entertainment Tonight, that's what people want.
It's hard to think of Entertainment Tonight without...
I mean, come on, since I was a little kid.
This is Entertainment Tonight. This is the Bible of show business.
Hi, I'm Darisa Robles, the social media manager at WNCT. WNCT Now was born because digital is growing big and even bigger like every single day. So we want to keep up to date with every social media tools and whatnot. And we want to have more visual content for the audience. So we created WNCT Now to produce live streams, podcasts, and even a breaking newsroom. WNCT Now is not only broadcast, it's more than that.
Riley Callahan knows about hard work.
It was a big step up from high school work, so it was more rigorous, so I had to find ways to get work done and stay on point.
The 17-year-old started taking Pamlico Community College classes as a junior.
And I had like 5 or 6 classes, which was more than what normal people had, seniors, because seniors this would be their first time. They wouldn't take any classes as a junior.
But Riley did. He also had help from ECU's Pirate Promise program.
The way the Pirate Promise program works is when a student wants to go to a community college and is thinking about eventually transferring to East Carolina, what they would do is they would apply to the community college and apply to ECU at the same time.
Neil Callahan is director of Pamlico's Community College Early Childhood Program. He's also Riley's father.
I'm just a very proud parent, and I'm very happy that he's done well.
He says the program saves parents time and money.
Resources like academic advising, access to financial aid help, access to certain activities on campus, access to go ahead and get your one card, things like that. And also it waives the $75 application fee.
Neil says even if you're not set on ECU, the application fee is waived through Pirate Promise. So why not give it a shot?
What are online originals, local stories,
A grant is allowing Duplin County to continue helping senior citizens.
local documentaries,
Here today at the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina. They've just finished their expansion.
special features,
I certainly need some help with my skills on archery.
behind the scenes,
From tap rooms to retail to fitness.
everything you need at your fingertips. WNCT.com online originals.
There are several proposed parking changes, including metered parking and designated rideshare locations. Business owners and customers hope that these changes are beneficial for everyone.
Parking uptown is really tight.
Jimmy Williams hopes the city can change that. He's co-owner of Molly's Community Cafe. Williams says only some parts of uptown Greenville have accessible parking.
It's really hard for just people coming down to restaurants or bars or things to find a space unless it's more towards the Four Corners area, or Five Corners area. And once you start getting past that, it starts getting difficult to park.
City leaders held their final public input meeting. Some of their proposed changes include increased paid parking, permits, and changes to parking lots and on-street parking. People are concerned about the elimination of e-tags, parking options for downtown workers, and evening parking rates. City Manager Ann Wall says the goal is to use parking efficiently and boost business activity in the downtown area. Allison Martin lives downtown. She wants more parking options for visitors.
I know weekends doesn't park, but I feel like I can never have visitors or anybody come see because everything you'll get towed or pulled, and I know I'd like to have family and stuff come visit.
Jimmy Williams hopes these changes won't hurt businesses or Uptown's growth.
It might get them some revenue in the short and maybe even long term, but it's not going to facilitate actual growth. You've got to encourage people to come downtown, and placing more restrictions on parking isn't going to do that.
The city is currently reviewing comments and suggestions and working to refine their proposal. In Greenville, Amber Joseph, 9 on your side.
Our nation's capital, decisions are made here that affect all of us. And today, more than ever, people want truth, understanding, and accountability. So join us every evening as we bring you CBS News original reporting from around the world, while keeping our eye on what's going on right here in Washington.
And bringing you the latest news and weather across the East.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
After WNCT 9 and Your Side News.
Fed up with the high cost of smartphones? There may be relief on the way. Consumer Reports says 2020 could be the year of the mid-price smartphone. It classifies devices with starting prices between $350 and $650 as the mid-priced options. It's a category that's due to get more crowded this year. Samsung plans to roll out 2 devices. It's called light versions of its flagship Galaxy Note 10 and S10 phones. Both could be priced under $700. And Apple is expected to introduce a low-cost iPhone at $399. And if you want more options, you'll probably get them, as the category looks set to become even more crowded. Consumer Reports says other smartphone makers were showing off mid-price devices at the recent Consumer Electronics Show. The feeling is that those will eventually come to market as well. All of these new options are designed to appeal to consumers who have been hanging on to their older smartphone models. The lower cost devices are coming about thanks in part to a more affordable computer chip from Qualcomm. For more on the growing market of mid-price smartphones, check out the full article at consumerreports.org.
The East Daily Download is all about local businesses. If you're interested in having your local business showcased, contact Joel Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com. Watch 9 on Your Side News anywhere, anytime with Live Stream 9.
Oh, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. There's a little spot right there on the monitor. I was just trying to clean that off. We just want to say thank you. You have a lot of options for your viewing choices. And the fact that you choose the East Daily Download, we take that responsibility seriously. We try to always deliver entertainment, education, information, Eastern North Carolina in one convenient location. So thank you from all of us at the East Daily Download. We truly appreciate it. And you know what? We'll be back and we'll do it again. So why don't you join us on the next edition of the East Daily Download. Until then, don't forget WNCT.com under the Download tab, the WNCT mobile app available at Google Play or the App Store for free. You can watch the show on the go anywhere, and Facebook and Instagram. Use the East Daily Download hashtag. And join us on this show and this adventure across the East. And you know what? We'll see you on the next edition. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
When we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download. It's Wednesday, so we've got a new edition of Q&A with AQ. We take a look at the new CBS show, Tommy.
We skip the intros. I am Abigail Thomas, usually just Tommy.
Abigail Thomas is the first female chief of police in Los Angeles.
We've got Hidden History, and we'll meet this week's weather kid. We'll see you on the next edition of the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina, CW.